Hello and welcome to today's graphic design tip of the day. For today's tip, we're going into Adobe Photoshop to learn how to build a storm. You can see that I already have an image here with a very cloudy sky, but I'm going to go through and intensify this to really add a little bit more pizzazz to the storm that's coming in. So always when you're adjusting a photo, make a non-destructive layer. So grab that original layer and drag it down to the new layer button so that I have two. Then I'm going to go to Filter and down to Camera Raw Filter. When you have your Camera Raw Filter opened, the first thing that you want to adjust is the color. Think about any animated film. When you've seen that sky coming in for a storm, it becomes a lot bluer, more purple, violet. So I'm going to pull that down towards the temperature of blue. Already has a little bit more dramatic effect. And the next big thing is adjusting your dehaze. So I'm going to pull that to the right just a little bit. I'm going to take out some of my white values, and I'm also going to increase some of my black values in this image. And turn down the saturation. Just by doing the dehaze, it added a little bit too much of that color, so I'm going to pull some of that out. And last step is going down to my... And if you want to, you can also add just a little bit of a vignette effect using your effects menu here. So pulling that in just a little bit from the outside edge, you can adjust the midpoint, roundness, and feather it however you want to get the desired look. So just with that, you can see a big difference between photo 1 and photo 2 here. If you want to add an extra little effect here as well, we can add a light glow coming from the sky. I've already downloaded a brush from Brush Easy that is a lightning brush. So you could use that, or there's also a lot of really nice kind of light glows that come into your image. So I also have some of those. You can see that I downloaded the free Sunshine Photoshop brushes. So that's what I'm going to use in my example here. Feel free to play around with different options. And I'm going to add a little extra glow coming in from the sky where my subject is. I'm going to change this brush to just a solid white instead of black, and make sure my opacity is down just a bit here, and I'm going to always make a new layer if I'm going to be painting on top of my image. Let's turn that up just a little bit more. Okay, and it doesn't look realistic because it's not coming from the right place in the clouds, so what you definitely want to do after this is make a layer mask. And use the brush tool set to a very low fuzzy opacity for your hardness. Turn my size down a bit here, and using black selected on top, I can go over the areas where the lightning or the glow from my light source coming into my image is coming from the clouds, and just take it away a little bit at a time. And same thing at the bottom, it's a little bit too sharp right there, so I'm going to make my brush just a little bit bigger and take some of that away, and it's as if it was already in that image. Again, I'm going to merge those two layers together so you can see the difference of my before and my after. Much more contrast, much more interesting to look at. I hope you enjoyed today's graphic design tip of the day.